Hello, I'm Janice Truitt. I'm the Children's Minister for Resurrection Episcopal Church in Plano. And today we're going to begin our lesson by reading from the Lectionary Story Bible. We're also going to use some drawings from the Hearts Alive curriculum to tell the story. Jesus went to many places telling people about God's love. Be kind and fair to people, he said. Be extra kind and fair to those who are poor or who are hurt. Some of the rulers of Israel didn't like that. People should be listening to us, not Jesus. So the rulers would ask Jesus hard questions. They hoped Jesus would say something wrong. If he doesn't give us the right answer, then we can make trouble for him. We would like to ask you a question, they said one day. Good, said Jesus. It's good to ask questions. That's how we learn. In all the stories and songs we have learned about God and about the people of Israel, what is the most important thing? That's easy, said Jesus. Love God. Love God with all your heart. Love God with all your soul. Love God with all your mind. And here is a second thing. It's almost as important as the first. Love your neighbor. Your neighbors are all the people you know, people who live near your home, people in your church, in your school. They are all over the world. Jesus smiled at the rulers again. If you can remember these two things, love God and love your neighbor, then you know the most important things about how to live God's way. So that's a wonderful story reminding us how to live life the way God wants us to. And to help us to remember that story, for the younger children, I have the idea of creating a drawing. They're going to actually create a drawing on a heart that they're going to decorate any way they want to remind them to love God and love their neighbor. Now for the older children, they're going to create a collage with the idea of symbols and words to help them to remember to love God and love their neighbor. So to start off, you start off with a piece of construction paper that you fold in half, and then on half of it, you draw a half of a heart. Then you use scissors to cut that out so that you end up with your heart shape. And of course, for the younger ones, that would be what they would decorate. Now, for the older ones, besides just drawing the outside of the heart, they're going to also draw an extra double line for the inside. And then they would cut that out so that they then have a heart that they can write on their outside of it, love God. That would then, they could glue down onto some colored paper. And then they're ready for their symbol about loving their neighbor. One idea, of course, is to use people. And an easy way to learn how to draw people is by making what I call kind of like balloon people. Is you draw an oval for the head, for the body, and the arms. And now the younger children could just draw that on their heart. The older ones, you draw this and then you have it like way to the edge so that when you cut it out, you end up with two figures that are kind of attached. That then can be glued down again to finish up your collage. Now, both this version, the older version and the younger one, you can continue to decorate, make it any way you want. You can even choose a different symbol for your neighbor. It could be like buildings and houses, but the idea is that we are supposed to love God and love our neighbor. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I enjoyed being with you today. Thank you.